Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope it is going well for you. It is quite early in the morning here for me. It is 4:30 in the morning, and I've got some work to do on LAPStick. I haven't been to bed yet. Jess and I had some creative sessions where we came up with some ideas and different things along those lines, and so that's what I'm going to be working on today. Well, I want to collect a couple of images and some things from out at Envato Elements. I want to need to get some video of snowy woods, snowy mountain type thing. I'd like to have snowy mountain that has a cabin on it. I may have to fake that or something along those lines, and just get a still image that I can then back off of or something along those lines. But we've got a project for next week's LAPStick because the LAPStick Plus now streaming on LAPStick Plus, and I've taken up the mantle of doing that for this week's show, and that ought to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. Blue chicken, look out here, look out here, look at this, look at this, look at this. The J Jordan liked and shared it out. And if you haven't, on my community wall and on his channel, he did an unboxing. It was part two from Wellness with Frugal Mama. He had won the member giveaway, and he had an energetic on the winner song. Everybody needs to watch that. It was one of the best. It had me just rolling. It had me rolling watching that freestyle. So if you get connected to the J Jordan, please. Blue chicken, bok bok, bok bok. I'm looking for clips tonight. I'm going to be doing some work in Photoshop, doing some things along those lines. Just trying to get some work done. So the more I get done now, the less I'll be stressed at the end of the week when I hopefully will have everything done by Saturday, and that way I can just enjoy going on Camp G May's show. Saturday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern time. It's a 5-hour open mic. It was great acts. Everybody is welcome. He just wants to make sure that your sound is good. So you got to at least have your act together when it comes to your sound and streaming. You got to be able to do that. But it's a great place. They did not click like. That is, you know, the shorts. I put out shorts yesterday. I cut shorts. I think I cut about 8 in all. Sent some out earlier in the day, and I had watched. There's a good video. If you go to YouTube Studio, or at least in mine, there is a good video that has some information about the shorts algorithm. Creator Studio, I think, is the name of the channel that has this. It's an interview with the person in charge of over at Shorts, and kind of talking about the algorithm and hashtags and different things like that. And it took a little bit of the, because I was under the impression, because I've heard so many different answers from so many different people. Oh, these are the hashtags. Oh, use these. Oh, use these. None of that matters. Use something that applies, if there are some that applies. The only one that I got several hundred, I think I got maybe 300 views, close to 300 views. It was one that all I put was hashtag shorts. It was all I had put was hashtag shorts, and I think it was fighting to stay alive with a 37.5 or something like that percent when it comes to the likes to dislikes. People, they sometimes they send my stuff out to channels that, well, this isn't what they wanted, and because I don't think the algorithm has quite figured out yet where to put my stuff. So none of mine. The last one I think only had 4 views. Of course, it's titled 24-hour BDSM rehab, and it's I think it's appropriate. I think it's appropriate. But I've got stuff I'm going to be working on for LAPStick Sundays at 9 p.m. Live animation and puppetry. The show is going great. We are building it up. Like I say, I'm working on the the LAPStick Plus, a faux advertisement for LAPStick Plus, and what will be streaming on that next. We just I I I might have it somewhere. GamePro had put one together for Little Terpene criminal origins or something like that. Like he's a superhero in the town. I I had to put on the mask. Nobody listened till I put. It was one of those. It was just so good, and so I'm gonna make one for this week. And that was one thing during our creative session, Jess and I, when we were over there talking, because we were going through all these different ideas to do for that until we finally came up with something that was good and doable. Because those are the two things. It's got to be done by the end of the week. I've got a couple that have involved songs that would have to be written. The music would all have to be written and composed and all this other stuff. And there's no way I'm doing that by the end of the week and everything else I got to do. So, I limit myself. Sometimes I end up limited by some of those things. But before I go checking on finding some of those other items over in Envato, what I'm going to do right now is I want to put together a couple more shorts, because I had a computer failure earlier. Ended up having this thing shut down because of great UPS didn't do any good at all. Of course, it's an older UPS, and the power flickered, and I thought it was going to be bad. I did end up losing several of the things that I had put together here, but I'm going to make myself some more shorts, because that is what everybody would want. They'd be like, hey, you need to make some more shorts. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna find where this one is in the project. I'm gonna duplicate it because I need something new. I'm gonna double click on that. It's a copy of, I don't know what it is yet. I gotta extend these out and find the next clip I want to. Oh, and I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, I hate that. Let me get over here so I can mute when I go to sneeze. Oh, that was terrible. I actually have a fan blowing on me and I got a chill. I haven't been chilled in so long because it's been so damn hot. Okay, I'm gonna extend this timeline out. The Jay Jordan, if you're still there, take the step sometime when you've got free time and reinstall DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve. That was the free version of that. That was the thank you. I see the bless you out there. That was the free the editor that we use when we produce that video and everything for your channel. So get DaVinci Resolve installed on there. Alright, I'm extending this way on out because I was getting into the Karen segment when I actually, okay, we should be coming up on it here. I grabbed the first part of the Karen segment where she talked about what a rough time she's had and everything along those lines. And I think it starts right about here. I'm going to have Control K so I can get rid of all of this stuff. Ripple delete. And now I can work from here. So basically I'm going to be listening. Now, the reason I have 3 copies of this here is because the shot, and actually I'm only using 2 copies of it. Let me go ahead and get to my effects controls. Let me grab the one that's visible, bring it over, bring it on down. This was set up with whoever. Let me reset this crop. And so now you can see it's the Karen show is what we have here. I'm going to go ahead and increase this. We'll see if there's something else that she says that was funny that I can use as a short, and I'll put that short into the show. What do we have here? Uh, uh, Jordan, another free editor. The only reason I was telling him DaVinci is because that's what we did last time, and I know at least basically what to do with DaVinci. I'd have to actually go, and I'd have to then learn what to do with that. Oh, you don't want to bother with that laptop then if you're having problems with that. All right, I am going to listen now to see if there's
Oh,
any
hello
jokes in
everyone.
here.
I am Karen.
Hope that's not too loud for you
Welcome
guys
to
out
the
there.
Karen Show once again. This is another rough week. They don't have any of my graphics. I've still got all these boxes, and I don't know how many of you heard, how many of you watched the apology video
So I'm
that I had
basically
to put
gonna
out
try to
because
find the
earlier this week,
the first two or three
my campaign
spots
manager
that
mistakenly, I hope it was a mistake, gave me a water bottle with PCP and GHP, some sort of combination in it. And so I have had the roughest of times. I have
Oh.
had, but I
Oh, I
did,
have to-
and I
Pardon me, everybody, while I pause this to be able to actually read. I want to be able to see this. No kidding. Oh, that is. Get yourself some sleep. I'm going to be collecting some images today for my. I'm going to take the reins since we didn't run to see who was going to do it. I'm going to do a LAPStick Plus. The now streaming this fall on LAPStick Plus. Jess and I came up with a good idea for our entry, and so I'm going to be grabbing some of that stuff. Man, I can't wait to see what you're going to be coming up with. I'm just grabbing a couple more shorts to put out to try to have some content go out today, and see if I can get any of those to hit. I'm probably going to end up making some just separate, because the only ones that actually, if I added Margot Robbie's feet to these, I'm sure they'd put these out. But or if I name some star or something, if I have some trending topic for some reason that seems to go out, so I may just do one with the Flash movie again with Michael Keaton, have Steve kind of review it or something, see if that'll hit. But I'm gonna do that later. I'm just gonna try to cut some stuff tonight and then go look for footage that I need for the LAPStick thing that I'm working on. Make that work.
did not want it to get in the way of my run for president. And so I did go into a 24-hour rehab that Uncle Night Night had
This
put
was
on.
the part that was the
basically,
BDSM.
basically, it was much more BDSM than anything else. It was in a Motel 6 in Baton Rouge, and he basically tied me up with and beat me with leather straps across the body.
Okay, I think the one that I sent, only the one that I already did, so I may just grab this one with the leather straps. This sounds like a line that I can use. Let me find where. Is this it?
And so I did go into a 24-hour rehab that Uncle Night Night had put on. Basically, it was much more BDSM than anything else. It was in a Motel 6 in Baton Rouge.
Okay, so I've used that. I've used up to that point, but then there was good stuff after that. And I will probably attempt to use the good stuff after it as my next short. So let me get to where this starts.
To a 24-hour rehab that Uncle Night Night had put on. Basically, it was much more BDSM than anything else. It was in a Motel 6 in Baton Rouge, and he basically tied me up with and beat me with leather straps across the.
Okay, I think that is where I'm gonna start it. Right about here.
And he basically.
Okay, I don't want the and. I'm looking at the audio track down here on the bottom to figure out exactly where to make my cut. This looks like the spot. I'm going to select all three of them. And I have three again because sometimes I cut this so that I actually can fit multiple shots because it was a widescreen live that I'm pulling from, and I want different characters showing up in there. Control K, come over here, ripple delete, that'll bring us back to the beginning.
And he basically tied me up with and beat me.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that. See? See, now you're thinking marketing. Now you're melding your creativity with the marketing. And that is what us lowly content creators have to do. We have to think of marketing and the creation and the content. It's both. Oh, it's so much work. Oh, now I got to listen to her. Now I got to listen to see what she says.
And he basically tied me up with and beat me with leather straps across the bottom, and through the night, yelling over and over, "Don't do PCP, don't do PCP," in what I can only describe as, the worst accent ever. I don't even know what kind of accent it was.
that may be. I'm going to put a marker here because that might be the spot right there.
But anyway, after the first 4 hours, I was no longer aroused.
Okay, we're only 26 seconds in. I think this is going to be the second one. I think what I'm listening to, because I have found that the shorter they are, especially with mine that aren't, that are just crazy. I want them to at least stay long enough, and the shorter they are, the more likely they are to engage with it all the way to the end. If it's too long, they've really got to be into it to stick around. And so I try to end up cutting these up to get, a little bit tighter. Let me come back here to this point here. I think this was going to be my Control K, because that's 21 seconds. Let me remove this marker because I don't clear the selected marker. Let's go back to the back. Let's move and scale up the graphics so they go all the way to the end. Now let's give this a watch.
And he basically tied me up with and beat me with leather straps across the bottom, and through the night, yelling over and over, "Don't do PCP, don't do PCP," in what I can only describe as, the worst accent ever. I don't even know what kind of accent it was. And he basically tied me up with.
Okay, I don't know if I want to keep all that accent stuff at the end.
Don't do PCP, don't do PCP, in what I can only describe as, the worst accent ever.
If I can get that word ever without her saying I think this is ever.
Ever.
Okay. I'm going to cut these here. Get rid of them. Oh, I should have just cut these too. I mean, I didn't need to do this. That was dumb. Let's
Worst accent ever. And he basically tied me up with and beat me with leather straps across the bottom,
peace and love, peace and love.
Through the night, yelling
hey.
over and over, "Don't do PCP, don't do PCP," in what I can only describe as, the worst accent ever. And he basically tied me up with and beat me with leather straps across the bottom,
works a little bit
and
better.
through the night, yelling over and over, "Don't do PCP, don't do PCP," in what I can only describe as, the worst accent ever. And he basically tied me up with and beat me with leather straps across the
I may just make one where I have her repeat over and over, "Don't do PCP, don't do PCP, don't do PCP, don't do..." But I'm gonna put this one out first. I'm gonna reveal it in the project so I can come over here to the project and rename it, since now I kind of know what I'm over and over, beating over and over. That's what I'll call it. Beating over and over, because I'll probably cut this for the next one and have it now I'm going to be looking at this here because I want to see don't do PCP. That was what he was saying, don't do PCP.
And he basically tied me up with and beat me with leather straps across the bottom, through the night, yelling over and over, "Don't do PCP, don't do PCP," in what I can only describe as,
This is going out. This is going out. Okay, so I'm going to save because, like I said earlier, I lost some work earlier. I have several of these. I think I did 2 or 3 and ended up losing it after the thing. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Let me come up here to, let me select here. Come up here to export it. I've been exporting these all night. Should be going to the right spot. Shorts, yep. Beating over and over, yep. That all works. Export. So this one will be beating over and over. Now I'm going to duplicate this because I want to see if I can get something funny out of that. Don't do PCP, don't do PCP. Because if it just over and over does that, and I'm going to title it that. Okay, duplicate. Open it up. I'm going to go ahead and name this. Don't do PCP. Dun, dun, dun. Don't do PCP. All right. Let me find that in here.
And through the night, yelling over and over.
Here we go. I know this is the spot, so let me go ahead and, oh, I should have just selected all of them. Select all of them. Cut. Ripple delete.
Don't do PCP. Don't do PCP in
Okay, right about here is where I think I'm gonna kill it here. And let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Put this thing on loop. How long is it? It's 3 seconds. This may be my shortest.
Don't do PCP. Don't do PCP in don't do PCP. Don't do PCP in.
Okay. P is back here. Let me drag this back to here. See how that works.
PCP. Don't do 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 PCP.
This just seems obnoxious to me. Oh. You're not the only one who's old, my friend. You're not the only one. Ashinator, peace and love. Peace and love. Good to see you. Good to see you. Has everybody remembered to click that like or dislike? I accept either. Their engagement, and it helps. And I need everybody to take pity on me and engage, because this is the kind of content this is the kind of content that I'm left putting out. Let me get it up here.
Don't do PCP. Don't do PCP. Don't do PCP. Don't do PCP. Don't do PCP.
That's it.
Don't do PCP. Don't.
This is my under 3 seconds. We're gonna see how this goes. Okay, let me check. I'm gonna check the meter.
Don't
here.
do PCP.
Okay, we're good. I hope that's making others out there laugh, because this is a little bit out there. Although I'll probably just get a lot of hate. There'll be a lot of people that'll hate this one. Okay, let me let me export it. And this may be the one to put out first. Okay, let me hit save. Don't do PC. Oh, it kills me. This one just kills me. Beth, peace and love, peace and love. Everybody out there, hashtag awesome. Nightbot will drop your links so that you can get connected to each other out there. I think, everybody out here, content creator, we all are trying to grow our community and all that. So use the chat to do that. Feel free to do that. I'm working on shorts. I'm putting out a couple of shorts here before I then go look at Envato Elements. I've got to pull some graphics, and I'm just a lot of what I'm doing right now is advertising LAPStick, trying to get it so people, hey, Sundays 9 p.m. LAPStick. That's where we're gonna be with the show. But appreciate everybody, and hope everybody's having a good one. Hope morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is. I hope it's a good one. This is an extension of actually yesterday. I haven't been to bed yet. It's I don't know what time is it. Is it 5? It's going on 5. It's going on 5 a.m. here. So I'm knocking out a couple of these that I can go ahead and upload, and I think that's what I'm going to do right now. Let me switch over so I can actually work on that screen and take care of that, because okay, where is it? Oh, what are they putting out? No, oh, just I'm sitting there. I went over and I looked at the studio over in the analytics, and it's like, oh, there's a bunch of views coming in. No, it's this show. It's the one I'm doing now. They haven't done anything with my shorts. They never put any. They put some of my shorts out. That's about it. Hey, I appreciate that, Ashinator. I appreciate that. It was I appreciate, and it was great because there were several people that came in, several of you that came in that stayed a good portion, if not all of the time, and we were all laughing. We're laughing during the show. We're all laughing when we're not on camera, when we're watching somebody else, and so we figure some other people out there must be laughing. We're at least really trying. That's what we're really trying. I see dropping the links. Yes, Beth, that's the way to do it. Yes, Ashinator, that's the way to do it. And when you connect to each other, just a piece of advice: it won't stick if you don't watch a video, at least 3 to 4 minute long. Watch it all the way through. Click on that like and subscribe, and leave a comment. Leave a comment on the video. That gives engagement. It also tells the person that you connected to, hey, I actually am here. Leave a meaningful comment. Oh, that was a really neat duck. Something like that. If they had a duck in there, that just kind of does it. there were moments I was doing the alien report had me really with Slider. I was so thrown when the character gets angry at me. I had no idea I'd made him mad. So that took me a little by surprise. That was a bit much. I know. It's It's those moments. It's those moments that do it. It's those moments. I had so much fun with those guys, and I can't say enough good about GamePro, about Allie, about Will Dick from the Art of Floundering podcast, and about Gary, about Charlie Wood. I want to make sure I say that, but Gary's just they are such it's such a great ensemble. I've never had an ensemble like this to work with, especially in a situation like this. Jess has done stuff with me, so we've done a two-person show, interviewed people, done things like that. But to have just all comedy, and it's all improv. We don't write any of it. It's just whatever we're coming up with as the characters that are there. So I tell you, it's his little terp stuff is unbelievable. GamePro is just he has got it going on with those. That character is going to end up being great. I'm going to go ahead while I'm hanging here and feeling good. I'm hitting create, and like I mentioned, if you go to your studio, my studio shows. I'm going to come over here. Video of this week on YouTube. There were other videos. There was a video that was about the Shorts algorithm from Creator Insider. Is that who did it? Yes, Shorts algorithm explained. I'm gonna click the watch on
Insiders,
YouTube.
I am your friendly neighbor.
I'm gonna grab this for everybody, because this actually went into, and I just added hashtag shorts and got 300 on it. It was the top one I had today. So this is the shorts algorithm video. I think it's under 10 minutes. It might only be, it might be 10 minutes, but that is the link to it. Let me look. 11. It's 11 and a half minutes long. It had some good information in there if you are doing shorts, if you are wondering about. One thing I found interesting, and it may apply to some people here, it says they recommend do not delete your short that got no notice and then upload it again. If you do that, it could flag in the algorithm as you spamming. And so you don't want to have a negative like spamming or anything like that. That was one thing that I saw in that video, and there was some other good information in there that they're trying to demystify it. Because I hear use these hashtags, use this, you've got to do this, and I don't know that any of that's true. It's all hit or miss until once they find an audience that watches your stuff and they figure it out, then they'll put it out. Then they'll be putting the stuff out is basically how it is. So the more engagement, the more the time you really want to be able to hang on to whoever for the majority of the time that your short is put together. So if it's too long, if it's slow, they'll swipe away. You want to have action in the first 2 seconds. There's a number of different things. Now, you hear me talking all about it, and I'm going to say again, I don't know anything. I know if you put Margot Robbie's feet in a video and you say you've got Margot Robbie's feet, you'll get a couple thousand views. I may just do that today just to prove it right, because it's happened on all the platforms that I have uploaded that. It's the big winner, Margot Robbie's feet. None of the stuff I do. Don't do PCP. They don't want to see any of that crap. They don't want to see any of that. I'm going to upload that right now. That's what I'm going to do. Let me get over to that shorts file location, and one of these should just say don't do PCP. Yeah, here it is. I'm going to drag it on over to the upload videos, and I'm going to change the name to don't do PCP hashtag shorts. No, not Shark Week, you piece of crap. Shorts, and I'll say funny, and I'll say comedy. I'll put those 3 hashtags in there. I'm going to reuse the details that I've used in every other one of these shorts, as far as the description, shorts, remixing, category. I'm not putting anything else. I don't care. 3 seconds. We'll see how it does with this. Okay, and I'm going to just put it out public right now. What time is it? Oh, 5:05. It's like perfect. 5:05. We'll check back. Well, and here's another tip. I always make sure when it loads, watch it. Go over and watch it, so you make sure you know that you don't have any issues with it. Watch it in the stream. I'm gonna let it play.
Don't do PCP. Don't do PCP. Don't do PCP.
Oh, I love
Don't
it.
do PCP. Don't do PCP. Don't do PCP.
No,
Don't do
I'll let it
PCP.
play 3
Don't
or
do
4
PCP.
times.
Don't.
Okay, we're gonna see if the algorithm likes don't do PCP. That that just cracks me up. That was one of the most fun, making up that whole thing about the rehab and all that. That was a bit. Right. That's what I'm still trying to figure out is and my characters, the ones that I have that I talk about movies, the ones that I have that I some topical. I spent about a week and a half, maybe a month ago, going over to Twitter and looking at entertainment. It was when the Flash movie had come out. Might have been a month and a half ago. It was when the Flash movie had come out. It was when it was all before the Barbie stuff, and leading up to the Barbie. It was between Flash and the Barbie, and I did get 1.2, 1.5. I would end up getting over 1,000 on a bunch of those. I put those over on Facebook. I put those over here. But when I'm just cutting my own out of LAPStick, nobody cares about LAPStick. So it's just a cartoon or some character or something like that saying something vulgar. So you really have to be an Adult Swim fan, I think, or already be into that style of thing. I would probably click like, but I get a lot of dislikes. So there are times that I really don't know who they're putting these in front of. There are times that I have no idea who they're putting these things in front of. I have that's another good one. Didn't put them on any of them today. Yesterday and all the ones that I had before I did. If you put hashtag and your channel name in there, that way when someone searches and everything and does those searches in the make sure your channel name gets put in. That way you can get a big list, and it's real easy to find and see all the stuff that's out there. So good advice. Look at this. What a helpful show this is, isn't it? Isn't it helpful? I gotta check my. I ran it and I gave it a like. I always like to at least play it once all the way through, maybe twice through, and give it a like, because that way you never want to have in a lot of mine sometimes, if I didn't give it that like, well, it would be at 0% right away, because the only thing would be the dislike that someone else gives me. So sometimes, like there's one here that has 2 dislikes and 1 like, and I can tell you for sure that 1 like is mine. So this 33% on Everyone Loves Lube that I uploaded a while ago, that that had to be earned. That had to be earned. We'll see if they're going to do anything with this. Yeah, I don't even see the short. Okay, we'll find out later. I'll come back and look. Let me get back to, what are you doing up, green-haired girl? Everybody, another cast member of another part of the ensemble. Get some sleep. I just uploaded. Let me run it here.
Don't do
So you can hear
PCP.
it.
Don't do PCP.
Yeah, don't do PCP. Don't do. It's under 3 seconds. It's probably going to be my best. It's probably going to be my best. They don't have time to swipe away. It's already yelling, don't do PCP, don't do PC, and it's restarted at 2 seconds. You haven't had time. You may listen to it a couple times. Should get really good numbers. That's gonna be my guess. But peace and love, Alec. Peace and love. Get some sleep. Get some sleep. All right, let me get back over, and I'm gonna. Should I schedule the other one? Took some views or some shorts, or because they do take. I have noticed the engagements will go down. At the end, the number of likes and dislikes ends up changing. So I'm not sure what the algorithm is doing when they put those out, but then they end up changing when they maybe it was like somebody who's just going through and hitting dislike on everyone. They like, okay, we're gonna wipe that out. We're not gonna keep that one. You know, maybe it's the throw out the top and the if it flags as someone doing something stupid like that. Oh yeah, they do that stuff. They do that stuff. They're jerks. They're I don't. Well, no, I love them. YouTube, I love you, YouTube. You are not jerks. You are everything to me. I mean, you give me hope to carry on. You light up my life. All that stuff. Okay. Let me say enough of that. Let me get over here. And so I'm gonna find another short in here. I've still got one to upload that I haven't. I had to upload. Don't do PCP. I had to upload that. I've still got this other one that I did render, but I haven't uploaded yet. I don't know what that loud noise was out there. It's going on 6. I guess it could be anything. Hopefully it's not the cops. I think they are. They do have a lawsuit or something they're going to be serving me with at some point in time. So, if I have to walk away, don't worry. Okay, reveal this one. Here, duplicate. Double click on the duplicate. Come over here. And go ahead and extend this out. Because this is just the don't do PCP.
Don't do PCP in.
Okay, and we have the accent line, and I'm just going through and something that I feel could be a fun short. I just try to upload that. So let me continue listening to this. Oh, where am I at?
What I can only describe as, the worst accent ever. I don't even know what kind of accent it was. But anyway, after the first 4 hours, I was no longer aroused. And it just started to hurt. And then after a few more hours, then all that was going through my head was, I am never, ever going to do PCP again. And so I have to say, I have successfully gone through the first 4 hours. After the first 4 hours, I was no longer aroused.
Now I'd like to kind of use this, but I want to have it was basically just beating. I want to remove the accent part. So I am going to start here with the first 4 hours line. Let me come in here and
after the first. But anyway,
yeah. Okay, right here I'm going to cut this, but I am not.
worst accent ever. I describe as, you know, the worst.
Okay, let's see. Widen this so I can see everything.
In what I can only describe as, you know, the worst accent ever. Don't do PCP in.
I want to see what happens when I cut to right here, because I've got to get the beginning part too. But let me just ripple delete this to bring that together.
In after the first 4 hours, I was no longer.
Okay, I think this is going to work. Let me extend this out, grab all of these, drag them on out here, and I want to grab these. Oh, I don't know why I grabbed that one. I'll grab it anyway. Extend this back.
And he basically tied me up with and beat me with leather straps across the bottom, and through the night, yelling over and over, "Don't do PCP, don't do PCP." In after the first 4 hours, I was no longer aroused.
Okay, that's gonna work.
And it just started to hurt. And then after a few more hours, then I just, all that was going through my head was, I am never ever going to do PCP again. And so I have to say, I have success.
Okay, I think never do PCP again.
PCP again.
It'll be right there where I'm going to cut it off. Grab these. Control K. Get rid of this stuff off the end. How long is this? It's over 30 seconds. No, this is all got to be moved. What am I talking about? This is all got to be moved. Okay, so it's 28 seconds is how long this thing's going to be. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Click off of them. There you go. Down here, I don't even know that that's even seen. Let me see how this, it's long, but I'm going to try it anyway because it's a little weird. And he basically tied me up with and beat me with leather straps across the bottom, and through the night, yelling over and over, "Don't do PCP, don't do PCP." In after the first 4 hours, I was no longer aroused, and it just started to hurt. And then after a few more hours, then I just, all that was going through my head was, I am never ever going to do PCP again. And he basically tied me up with. Okay. After the first 4 hours, I'm just going to name this one with first 4 hours. Come over here and rename, because it's basically the same as the other one, although I cut the whole part about the worst accent ever out. First 4 hours. Okay, because I have this one, which is beating over and over. This one that I've already uploaded, don't do PCP, and now this one is going to be first 4 hours. Let me double check the meter that's right here. And beat me with leather straps across the bottom, and through. I don't like that. I am not liking that. Let me go to my track and see what I've got set here. This needs to be reset. Let's see what this does. Because that was. And he basically tied me up with and beat me with leather straps across the bottom, you want to make sure that you
and
the right
through
number.
the night, yelling over and over, "Don't do PCP, don't do PCP." In
this works. Okay, that's got that. Now I'm going to export it. Everything is correct here. Go ahead and export it. And so there are. Let me go ahead and grab a couple more. Well, I could grab a couple more. Let's see. I wanna take a look. I'm gonna go take a look at my good friend Studio, and I want to see if it hasn't put that other one out at all. It hasn't. It's like, no, you think we're putting that out? You think we're doing that now? No, that's not happening now. For some reason. Oh, that, that's probably. Don't do PCP. It's got 2 views. Oh, those jerks. And one of them was one of you guys. One of them's probably the J Jordan. He's probably going through and watching him, because it's a channel page and mine. So no, Don't Do PCP has yet to be put out anywhere. We'll see how it turns out. We'll see how it turns out. It at least has it there in case. So, I feel as though I've done something in that regard. Let me bring this. I want to actually bring this thing back over so I can grab Envato. Since I've got those 2, I've got those uploaded, so those are good to go. Well, no, I don't have the others uploaded. I'm gonna go ahead and upload those, and I'll schedule them to drop. See, this is one thing that I didn't see, but I have noticed. If one of them is going out, and it may put it out. I've had them take 2.5 hours to put out all the ones they were going to put out of it at a good pace and stuff. But I see other people where they're just, hey, bam, you're just thousands at a time, as opposed to 25, 30 every minute, something like that. But if I upload another one, or another one drops while that one is out, it will just stop doing whatever it was doing with it. And I don't know if it's supposed to do that or not. That throws me off a little bit. It makes me a little bit leery, although I'm going to do it anyway. Because Don't Do PCP, since I do have 3 of these, I'm going to go ahead and get the other 2 uploaded and scheduled. So let me... Oh, Bipolar Guest, that's the other one. Beating Over and Over, and... Where's the other one? First 4 hours. So let me put Beating Over and Over. Rough Rehab. I'm going to name this one Rough Rehab Shorts. There we go. And I'm not putting comedy. I'm not putting anything else. Just, no, just put it out as a... What about... Adult Swim is what I want. Now, just shorts. I'm just putting out shorts. Let me reuse the details off that last one that I did. Everything but the title. Reuse. And I'm just going to throw it out. Oh, it's still going to check it. It says 10 minutes left. That means it'll be about 2 minutes. No, I think probably the last 8 or 9, maybe 10. It's not on there. You're right, because I started today. The ones from today should be on them for the last ones that I did. The ones before the ones that I did today, it should be on some of those, and the ones before that. I get confused sometimes. There's a huge number of them out there. I mean, I don't have, what do you got? You got 60,000 videos yet? I'm sorry, I don't have into thousands of videos yet, but I do have hundreds. So, it's starting to come along. All right, I'm going to go ahead and drop this, because I'm not even going to bother putting a delay on the drop. Oh, wow. That was mild. That was totally mild. you have millions of views, right? I mean, have they sent you a plaque yet? Don't they send plaques to people that get, an amazing number of views?
And he basically tied me up with and beat
I'm
me with
playing the
leather
one that I
straps
just
across the bottom.
That also
And
doesn't
yeah,
have the
through the
visual
night,
design.
through the night,
I'll
yelling,
put it on
yelling
Facebook.
over and over. Don't do PCP. Don't do PCP. In what I can only describe as
Okay, so
the
this one
worst
has the
accent
accent.
ever. And he basically tied me up with and beat
Alright,
me
so
with
I've
leather
watched it all
straps
the way
across
through.
the.
And now I'm going to come through and I'm going to add another one. And it's going to be the first 4 hours one that talks about no longer being aroused. Four-hour arousal. What about that? 4-hour arousal. Arousal. Yeah, that's the one. I'm gonna name this one 4-hour arousal because I feel that, and I'm not gonna put any other hashtags other than shorts. Because I like to live dangerously. I'm trying something. Rough rehab. Don't do PCP. Don't do PCP. Don't do PCP. Here we go. All right, and this one's going through the review. We'll see if it puts any of these out. Dun, 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 dun. And I don't know if anybody noticed that they added the tag products to the shorts now, so you can, if you have products, if you're monetized to that point, you can tag one of your products and everything in the video. Or if you're fully monetized at the 4,000 level, the with AdSense and with the ads and all that, I believe then you're allowed just any of the items, affiliate items and things along those lines. All right, and this is the longest one, so I've put up I put a 26 second, a 29 second, and a 2 second, a 3 second one. Let me watch this one, make sure it has 1 like at least.
And he basically tied me up with and beat me with leather straps across the bottom, and through the night, yelling over and over. Don't do PCP. Don't do PCP. In after the first 4 hours, I was no longer aroused, and it just started to hurt. And then after a few more hours, then I just, all that was going through my head was, I am never ever going to do PCP again. And he basically tied me up with and beat me with leather straps.
That is one thing. That is one thing I've thought of. And so the only thing that I'll tag if I'm actually in one of the lives or something are usually the coffee mugs, because I'll have one of the coffee mugs. That's the only product I bother to get of my products are the coffee mugs, because they don't sell peanut butter with my name on it. Otherwise, I'd get myself some peanut butter and do something along those lines. All right, so that looks like that is handled. I've got 3 of those stinking things that they can, at any point in time, if they want to be cool, they can put on out. I mean, they're not gonna, but they could. We'll see if any of them go. I can return then. I can return to da 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 da. Let me turn all these things off. Let me turn all these things. Close all these things. Here we go. I'm doing it. It's happening. I don't need whatever's going on in Facebook right now. I don't need whatever's going on there right now. Okay, let me bring that over there. Switch on over to the I'm working scene. Look at that. Oh, I love that. The I'm working scene. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and find another. Let me come here and reveal this sequence. Duplicate this sequence. double click on that duplicated sequence. I'm going to hit save. And I should be doing that a lot more than you see. Baron, peace and love. Baron, peace and love. Hope you're having a good one. Hope the morning has been treating you well. Hope the morning's been treating you well. All right, let me extend this out because I want to find the next spot. The next spot I want to use.
So there's so many people here. Shanada, Wolf. Oh, hello there, Ashanada. Oh, Pole Vault. Oh, Susie. Oh, there's so many people here. Robin Cheyenne is here. Robin Cheyenne. I hope everybody out there knows Robin Cheyenne is a superstar. I want everybody to make sure and get connected to Robin Cheyenne. She's a superstar. And what do we have here? Oh, look at this. Look at this. It is Citizen Z Animation. Everybody make sure you're connected to Citizen Z Animations. This is what we need. We need community and love. But there's not so much community and love in my life. When you run for president, when you run for office, everything gets ugly. Everything gets bad. Oh, I hope I can find a good VP. We're going to be going through some contest videos so that not so much community and love in my life.
I think I'm gonna grab this as a BS one.
But there's not so much community and love in my life.
There we go. I'm gonna cut that right there. I'm gonna come back here and also grab this, and I am going to ripple delete all that crap, and we'll see how far out I keep this going.
But there's not so much community and love in my life. When you run for president, when you run for office, everything gets ugly. Everything gets bad. Oh, I hope I can find a good VP.
I may just stop right there. I'm gonna place a marker here. I'm gonna listen on to see if there's anything I want to include, but that's like 11 or 12 seconds. That's 11. It's just right at 12 seconds. So this actually wouldn't be bad where it's at now, but I'm going to give it a listen a little bit longer.
We're going to be going through some contest videos so that because we have a few submissions from weirdos. And so I want everyone to see them, and so they can, make their own submissions, because I would love it. I would love it if maybe the Falcro were to actually, put an entry in.
Okay, I'm going to come back to this spot because I don't need to leave any of the rest of that in. Go ahead and clear it because I am going to just be using this as the cutting everything spot. Control K, grab all this, get rid of it, hit loop. Let's see how this looks.
But there's not so much community and love in my life. When you run for president, when you run for office, everything gets ugly. Everything gets bad. Oh, I hope I can find a good VP. But there's not so much community and love in my life.
Okay.
When you run for president, when you run for office, everything gets ugly.
Let me check again on the track meter because I don't think this one. Let me see what the multiband compressor is set to. -6. I'm going to change this to -4. And let's see how the meter here
But there's
adjusts.
not so much community and love in my life. When you run for president,
Okay,
when you
that's
run for
closer.
office,
That's
everything
leading
gets
us around
ugly.
the-
Everything
the-
gets bad. Oh, I hope I can
-6
find a
to
good
up to the
VP. But there's
-40.
not so much community and love in my life.
But it's
When
not
you run
popping anywhere, so this is good. I'm going to rename this. Let me go to reveal it in the project, and this will be the 4th short that I've been able to put together. And so that's something to think about for people that do have lives. If there's moments in those lives that are good, use those lives. Those are a source of content for shorts. Cut those things up and put stuff on them. I'm doing very little minimal. Obviously what I'm doing here, very minimal. But but it is a source. What a hardship in my life. Oh, my bad life. I'll just write that. I can't remember what she said. I'll have to come up with what I want to use it. Now I'm going to hit save. And then I want to come up here to the export section. We're good to go. Go ahead and export it. And so now it's cooking with gas. Now it's got it all happening. Anything good happening? Or any of them getting any? I don't know that they've really, no, they're not cranking any of them out. I was really hoping. It was like maybe, but no. But I will grab this file. Let me watch it here and make sure it's work. What did I call it here? Oh, my bad life.
But there's not so much community and love in my life. When you run for president, when you run for office, everything gets ugly. Everything gets bad. Oh, I hope I can find a good VP.
I hope I can find a good VP. I may just name it that. Let me, I'm going over here to upload it. Drag it across over to the 3 monitors. Kind of a pain in the butt. Little bit of a pain in the butt. Find a good VP. Shorts. I'll do funny. I'll do comedy. And I'll do rich new design. There we go. I've added it all. Oh, and I want to add LAPStick. LAPStick. It's not about a penis. Okay. And I'm going to grab the other parts. Down there. This is 12 seconds long. And I am putting it out there. Publish. And as I mentioned, I always like.
But there's not so much community and love in my life. When you run for president, when you run for office, everything gets ugly. Everything gets bad. Oh, I hope I can find a good VP. But there's not so much community and love in my life. When you run for president, when...
That worked. That worked. All right. Hey, rough rehab. This is what's interesting. Rough rehab. It only has one view, but it already has a dislike and a like. So clearly, rough rehab has been put out somewhere. And it in the one, has it had one view? Is that what it'll be? 24-hour rehab. That one's, where's rough rehab? Don't do PCP. Okay, it shows 2 here. Rough rehab has had 2, and so it's had my like, and it's had a dislike. That's a thing of beauty. When your video, when the first person to watch your video clicks dislike, and you know it hasn't been out that long. Oh, is it on 3 views? Is that one they're going to actually try to put out here? They might actually be doing something. Nah. No, I don't see anything here. I don't see them doing anything. And it's still at 50%. I know. I should not be watching. I should not just be fixating on it or anything like that. Where is it? It's down here. Rough rehab. It has had 3 views now, so another view has come in. 4? No, that's PCP. That's a different. I know this is just Oh, one of them was browse feature. So one of them was a notification, something along those lines. So they only had the other one go out. Engagement. Oh, they hate you. That's what it says. They hate you, dude. They haven't put it out at all. They haven't put it out in the shorts at all. So it's just, you know, that's what I like. That's what I like. We'll see if any of them get put out. There'll be all the 1s and the 3s. All right. And this was Oh My Bad Life. Find a good VP. I've got that listed up. I'm going to get back to grabbing another one. Reveal this in the project. Duplicate this one. Open it up. And now I'm going to see. Where we go.
We're going to be going through some contest videos so that because we have a few submissions from weirdos. And so I want everyone to see them, and so they can, you know, make their own submissions, because I would love it. I would love it if maybe the Falcro were to, if I could hit the right thing, that was it. But Virginia Woolf with the Mount Craw, you know, you want to join too. But I need this time to unwind. Charlie's going to be here in a minute, but first, little
terpenes getting ready to come in.
I have to talk to my friend. I have to talk to my friend. Look what I did. Look what I did. That's what happens when you don't prep the character first. That's what happens. Everybody, I want everybody to put your hands together. Put your hands together for the biggest celebrity I know. The biggest celebrity I know. Little Terpene, everybody. Little Terpene. Oh, my friend.
How's it going?
How are you? How are you, my friend?
Jim.
How are you?
I'm out back of a club in Germany.
Because I don't think there was too much more funny that I had said. I did say I was the star of his video or something along those lines.
I have to talk to my friend. I have to talk to my friend. Look what I did. Look what I did. That's what happens when you don't prep the character first. That's what happens. Everybody, I want everybody to put your hands together.
Okay. Let me zoom in here so I can find where this everybody. There's everybody. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. And ripple delete. Pull all that back.
Everybody, I want everybody to put your hands together. Put your hands together for the biggest celebrity I know. The biggest celebrity I know. Little Terpene, everybody. Little Terpene. Oh.
Okay, this will be one where I'll need multiple layers. Now, I ended up staying up. I didn't get up until late yesterday because we were so jazzed after Sunday. So my schedule was off anyway. And I've got stuff I've got to do early. Maybe, what time is it? I've got stuff I want to do at like 7 o'clock or something along those lines, in another hour and a half or so. During that hour, and it's like, well, I'll never get up if I go to bed. So I'm just, and we had a session where we were coming up with some ideas for another segment I'm going to be putting in this Sunday. But just, I'm basically what I've been doing tonight is cutting shorts that no one will see. Cutting shorts that the good folks at YouTube, they know better than to put any of these shorts out. They're like, nope, you don't deserve it. Let's see how this ends and comes back.
Oh, my friend. Everybody, I want everybody to.
Okay, so this will be one where I actually will end up using all three, or at least two of these layers that I've got. And this is why I have more than one layer. Let me pick my first layer, and I want to, because I had moved her over. But she's going to have to be smaller than this. Actually, to start with, I'm going to do this. To start with, I'll keep her big. That way I've got some movement, camera movement in it that might keep a little bit of action. Let me see when I'm going to make this change.
Everybody, I want everybody to put your hands together. Put your hands together for the biggest celebrity I know. The biggest celebrity I know. Little Turk.
Okay. And I think here is where I want to go ahead and make a cut. And so on this one, I'm going to shrink her down and bring her up here, maybe a little bit more. There's a crop on this, and I'm going to end up cropping the bottom probably to about here because I want little terpene coming in. Let me go ahead and show. That's his camera getting ready to appear. So I kind of like that. I kind of like the way that is coming across. Let's see what happens here.
I know. Little terpene, everybody. Little terpene. Oh.
I am not pleased with that. I am going to I'm going to come back just a bit with this, and I'm going to come back that far with this. This bottom one's already still turned off, so I don't have to screw with it. Let's see how this looks.
The biggest celebrity I know. The biggest celebrity I know. Little terpene, everybody. Little terpene. Oh, my friend.
It's cropped wrong. Mark's gas station. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you're having a good morning. Hope everybody out there is having a good morning. And hope everybody is charitably. Pity me, because nobody will watch any of my stuff. Pity me and give me the like. Or I'll even take the dislike. Any engagement is always welcome. Okay, I didn't like the way that worked out. That was not. So I am going to Control Z my way back to that being the way it originally was. And I've got to do something about terpene because the left, he's got a bunch more screen on that side. Oh, how much screen does he have? Okay, there it is. There it is. I'm using a crop. I think I can just put this at 51. And it'll be where it needs to be. Drag him to here. And I'm going to come up to where it bumps right at that. Alright, let's see what we have with this. Let's see what we have with this.
Everybody, I want everybody to put your hands together. Put your hands together for the biggest celebrity I know. The biggest celebrity I know. Little terpene, everybody. Little terpene. Oh, my friend.
Okay, the problem I have with this is this is in the shot, which is his shot. It's right up there. So I'm going to adjust that real quick to get rid of it. Thank you. I thrive on that. It keeps me going. Keeps me going. The pity. I love pity. I totally love pity. Okay, let me get back over here, and on hers, I want to change this cropping. I want to crop the right a little bit more. Keep coming. Okay. I'm going to crop it to there. I'm going to enlarge her whole thing. Bring it over to here. Because it doesn't matter. There we go. I like that better. That way the wall looks.
Everybody, I want everybody to put your hands together. Put your hands together for for the biggest celebrity I know. The biggest celebrity I know. Little Turpine, everybody. Little Turpine. Oh, my friend. Everybody, I want everybody to put your hand.
So I will just call this one Introducing Little Turpine. Intro Little Turpine or something like that. Reveal sequence. Come over here. Now that I kind of know what it's about, I'm going to rename it Intro Lil Terp. Just so it has a unique name. I'm going to come over to it here. I'm going to go ahead and export. All that's still set up right. Sure wish I would have clicked save, but hey, you know, I don't remember everything. And there is one more. Now file save. There is one more in the can. Have they bothered to put any of those out yet? Are they doing anything? It doesn't look like it, does it? No. No, I'm going down through and they're like, no, none of your stuff's good enough. And so now I feel, you know, dejected. But I'm kind of good with that. I can deal with dejection too. That's okay. Okay, so let me go ahead and I'm gonna upload that one. I'm gonna put it out. Create. Upload videos. I've got 3 monitors here, so I'm gonna drag. Well, first I need to play it. Always, and again, always play the new things that you make before you upload them. Save you the time, especially if you're internet, especially if you're uploading something that's gigabytes. If you're not watching it all the way through before you upload, you're asking to have trouble. You're asking.
Everybody, I want everybody to put your hands together. Put your hands together for the biggest celebrity I know. The biggest celebrity I know. Little Turpine, everybody. Little Turpine. Oh, my friend.
All right, that works. That works. I will drag it over. Da, 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 da. And I'm gonna name it Introducing Little Turpine. Tag shorts. Reuse the stuff off of the other one. And for those who weren't here earlier, there's a really good short on my page now called I think it's Don't Do PCP. So you know, you want to check that out. Don't Do PCP. It's about 3 seconds long. So you know, it's got important information in it though. I want to make sure everybody knows don't do PCP. That's it's just bad. PCP is bad. You know, you hear so many people, you know, talk about how good it is, but no, as it turns out, PCP is really not good for you. So don't do PCP. Don't do PCP. Okay, I'm waiting for the copyright check to finish up here. Over here on YouTube, I'm uploading. Hey, is it done? 18 seconds. How long does it take for something to check through 18 seconds? That is a little annoying. That is a little annoying. Oh, and it's still going. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens. Now, oh, he's not here. Andy, I don't think you saw Little Turpines. I want to do something here. I feel like doing something. What do we got? Yeah, it's under 3 seconds. It's just don't do PCP. Don't do PC. She had a 24-hour rehab where it was basically the guy tied her up in BDSM gear in a Motel 6 in Baton Rouge, beat her with leather on her ass, and just kept yelling, "Don't do PCP." And I thought that might be a funny short. It seemed See, they automatically loop. Shorts automatically loop. So if you could set something up like that and they don't know that it's looped, you get all those views. Your engagement number, because they've watched more than 100% of it. That one should have good numbers, but they're not going to put any of my stuff out. That's what they do to me, and I'm okay with that. Okay, I've uploaded this other one. I'm gonna come over here because, again, like I mentioned, I always
everybody. I want everybody to
to
put your hands together. Put your hands together for the biggest celebrity I know. The biggest celebrity I know. Little Terpene, everybody. Little Terpene.
I don't want to see 0%.
Oh, my friend. Everybody, I want everybody to.
This one is good. I have uploaded how many here this morning? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So during this live, I've made 5 shorts, or cut 5 shorts out of here, and we have those uploaded. That'll give the algorithm something to ignore for the rest of the day. And so that was all I really wanted to do with the shorts and pulling those. The next thing I wanted to do was actually head out to Envato. Let me get things switched around here. Let me get things. There is a project that I want to put together for next Sundays, and for anyone that doesn't know, Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we have live animation and puppetry. It's a dirty show. It's adult humor. It's a lot of sick jokes. But it's all improv too. The only part that are pre-recorded are countdown and the theme song and the credits and the little segments, the minute-long segments, minute and a half that we put in between the improv segments that we do as characters. Great ensemble, great cast. So LAPStick, live animation and puppetry, LAPStick. That's I have to give Jess credit. Jess came up with LAPStick, a play on the word, the slapstick, slapstick, lapstick. You all get it. Nobody else does, but you guys. You guys are a discerning crowd. You guys, you get it. You understand. You see that the analytics always just show, oh man, none of his stuff are going out. They're not putting any of them out. That's what it said. Hey, don't do PCPs up to 6. It's kicking ass. No, I'm gonna grab Margot Robbie's feet and throw that into one later, and that'll get me 1,000. That's. Oh yeah, that's send it to relatives. That's the thing. Lapping it up. It has nothing to do with a penis. That's the other thing we have to tell everyone. LAPStick. Everyone's like, oh, well, that's a penis. No, it's not a penis. It's specifically not a penis. So what time is it? Let me take a look and see what I've got going on here. Because I've got... Okay, we're coming up on 6. I'm gonna the next thing that I wanted to do was work through Envato Elements to grab some clips and other stuff. Not a lot of educational stuff in that, but you do see what I end up doing. But I think I'm actually going to take care of some of my other chores and get ready. I may be able to go early on the place that I need to do. 11 a.m. here. Yeah, it's I'm hoping to be asleep by 11. I have to run some errands this morning, getting gas and cigarettes, some other things along those lines. See a guy about some stuff, you know what I mean, and just move about the rest of my day, and then hopefully take a nap at some point in time, because I'm just, who needs education? There was a joke that I had that was in the earlier segment with Slider. It was They sent you to school? They fucking sent you. Just, it's one of those. I need education. It's how I get by. I have to be learning. Everybody, I want everybody, since Mr. Andy Gambino is out here, I want to make sure everybody out there is connected to unidentified S4. I will have to put that. Maybe I'll do a shout out on LAPStick again. We had one a couple weeks ago, but you have a great day too. Look forward to the next time we can hang out. One of these Wednesdays or Sundays, I'm gonna make it over. I'm getting things. Jess is working till 11 p.m. here each day. This schedule's a little bit off, but we're getting there. Everybody out there, hope everybody has a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, wherever it is you are. I want you to feel good. Thank you for coming by. I hope everybody has given it that thumbs up. Leave a comment afterwards, later on, or on one of the things. Help people out with engagement. That's the thing to do. Peace and love, everybody. Hey, you too. And everybody, again, check out. I posted it on my community tab. The insane freestyle he did for that unboxing from Wellness with Frugal Mama. Everybody, have a good one. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get started on some of my other chores. I'll probably be live again in a few hours. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love.